Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Steelers are the least scoring on team in the league, and they'll be up against that Jets offense that will need to rise to the occasion. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Asiata, 85 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Hey, watch the left, watch the left. Let's go, D. Ready.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle here to Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's Forte, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Here we go. Now Lynch on first down. Buying time to his left. And some space here. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. Rolling to his left. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Adam Humphries with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves. That way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now Smith. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out now come the Jets. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Forte, the lone running back. Throwing now is Geno. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Jets defense, we watch them get set to go now. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Adam Humphries with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the defense has it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful, catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack. Loss of yards on a running play, not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
Lynch looking to throw on second. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go up. And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Garrett Hartley for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Ready, 3-19.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 3-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Here's Brandon Fields now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Take it at the 37. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And now we spotlight the Jets defense. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one goes for 38 yards. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Out of the gun, Lynch. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He was trying to get it to Mark Mariani there. And it's 3rd and short.
Tight right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Lynch with it on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Throwing, Lynch. That's caught at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And, Charles, something you have to be aware of as a QB. Once you get back to that back line of the end zone, you sort of have to go into survival mode.
Yeah, but he's still between the tackles, so if he tried to throw it away, it still would have been 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And he fields it cleanly.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see. See what they do.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Here we go.
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
We got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Geno now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Come on, QB, come on.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
Strong left! Strong left!
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
No gain, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Seeing that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things, but if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
Here's Brandon Fields now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. Steps away to his left. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Paxton Lynch ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field. Position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Roger.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On 2nd down, here's Smith, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Smith. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Fielded just inside the 20.
Oh,
he will not go down.
You have to retape those ankles.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's Lynch, and down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Sheldon Richardson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And wow, fortunately, he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now Lynch on 1st down. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Adam Humphries on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And the Jets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw on second down is Smith. And incomplete. Matt Forte, a great receiver out of the backfield, was the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Third and long, it's Smith. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And now out come the Steelers. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their big-bodied receiver on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Garrett Hartley for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Smith now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing on third down, Smith. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good. Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get
there he goes left side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Mariani, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Key to tight end.
Ready.
3 down.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
It's brought in by Mariani. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Humphries on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the first round. kick, Artie Burns. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Got outside of the tackle box, and sometimes that can be a recipe for disaster, but here it was not.
And it's frustrating for guys on defense, too, because he got out to the left and then still delivered on the move with accuracy.
Garrett Hartley for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field.
We got double tight. Double tight. Alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Tight end right.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. Being chased out left. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Mariani with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Fighting through. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible.
3 down.
Now Gino on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Cassius Marsh in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time.
Right,
46.
back, 32.
46.
Back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Right, back, 32. Back.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And now here is another interception. It's the first-round pick, Artie Burns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Tight. Watch left.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Their big-bodied receiver with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And New York set to take the field.
Tight end left. We got 3 down.
Ready, 3-19.
46.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Sets up the screen to Forte. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Luke Kuechly in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
6 man. Check curls.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10, it's Lynch again. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with a Yeah, that's perfect. 2. Davis, hey, I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And my goodness, another interception. It's the first-round pick, Artie Burns. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
3-3.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and he's going to let it go deep. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film, but how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
Garrett Hartley for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
Man left, man left. Odd, odd, odd. 3 down. Odd, odd.
Ready, 319.
They'll try to get the running game going with Forte. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you've got something going. I'm not so sure that you just abandon your game plan this early in the second half. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for New York.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Mariani, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And now out come the Jets. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I keep hearing all this chatter about what Matt Forte is going to bring to an offense. Well, we know he can do a little bit of everything. He did that in Chicago. A little bit different than Chris Ivory, especially in catching the football.
And you reminded me of the stat from a couple years ago, 102. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, tied down and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Humphries with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there, didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Alert, alert. Three down.
They start on the ground with Forte, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy.
Forte, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for New York.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Lynch to throw. He's going to rifle one, and this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come in.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. And that passing touchdown gives him the record for the most in a single game. We have seen a historic performance here in this one.
And the word that comes to mind for me, partner, is relentless. This guy today has been relentless in going after this record. And what an accomplishment for the new single-game record.
Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
On first down, this is Forte. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be able...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Longacre. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
It's a big play that time by the Jets. 31 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. That was a really nice play. We're able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to run with Forte. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey. 4 down.
3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Folk's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Out to his left. It got his man complete. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here in my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Joining only Gale Sayers is men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They faked the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So out now come the Jets.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Now Gino on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's Lynch down around the goal line. Mariotti's got it, middle of the field. 30. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Mariani with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
46,
2nd and 10, Smith again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's second down.
Single. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7.
Flag 32.
Back to the air. Smith on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
319.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
On first down, it's Lynch. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
65.
Again on second and 10, it's Lynch. He's going to take another shot here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Tight right.
On first and 10, it's Lynch, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Second and 10, it's Lynch again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Humphries joining only Gale Sayers as men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught. Space. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
Ringo.
But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, or, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So 2nd and 10 here.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. We focus our attention now on the Jets defense. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are. And this will be caught at the 30. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver, setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Garrett Hartley for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent. Puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On 2nd and 10, Smith toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Mike, 46.
Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for New York. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And on 2nd and 10 now.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that touchdown catch, Charles, it breaks the single-game record for receiving touchdowns.
And what a perfect match. A quarterback who loves to throw it and a receiver who knows how to go out and get them. A brand new record established today, and all these fans who are on that side are going to go home happy.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. New York set to take the field.
Eyes up. One set.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Smith on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
46.
Here's Smith. And my goodness, taking it right down Broadway. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it when the other direction. Excellent block. Blocking and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one. The up man. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready.
Check
319.
46. Check
319.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Sets up the screen to Forte. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Steelers. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per pass, really high. But what a fantastic day. A brand new record, and we were here to witness it.
And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. To throw is Lynch. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team
and now here is another interception. It's the first-round pick, Artie Burns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fielded at the 20. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Lynch to throw. It got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They go play action here on first down. He leaps over him. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's...